Is there a chance for SyDe? He's coming in as the underdog.
It's gonna be rough, dude. This has always been a really strong matchup for XlorD. Trying to think. I think this is the strongest matchup for XlorD. I think it always kind of has been. I've always impressed with his ability to find damage against the human player. In a good position, that's easy to do. In a difficult position, that's a lot harder to do. But I think here, XlorD's intuition comes into play a lot. I've always felt like XlorD's a very intuitive player. He doesn't go by plan so much. He doesn't have a specific thing in mind so much. He just has a really good feel for the game. When it comes to games becoming chaotic, and it's all about, dealing with expansions and harassing and so on, I feel like he really thrives. And that's, of course, a lot of what this matchup is played like nowadays, with Lich expansion against human expansion.
Correct. Okay. XlorD so far has defeated Scars in the round of 16, was then thrown down by Dice in a crazy series. Gold Crown Match 3. Dice was able to take it eventually. SyDe took a bit of a beating by Leon in the human mirror, but then in the lower bracket, as I said before, was very successful against Czechi in lower bracket round 1. What's the limit for good old Will? Lich first, as you said. Archmage first, as expected. No Mountain King shenanigans. And you say that human is XlorD's best matchup, but in the history of ESL Meisterschaft, XlorD only lost one very series, and that was against human. SyDe just has to play like Leon.
Alright, easy peasy. SyDe, just play like Leon then. He's not playing like Sock. He's not playing the MK, which I'm a bit sad to see because MK is really, cool to watch. Very high explosive, very flashy, but it's a very specific playstyle. It's not as normal as AM, just water elemental, creeping, running around, poking here and there. You have to have really all your ducks in order to play MK, so I certainly understand the pick of Archmage. I think it suits SyDe better as well, at the moment at least. And off we go. Creeping it is, at least for SyDe, not for XlorD. Oh, that's surprising me a bit. XlorD deciding not to expand. He's gonna go aggressive right away.
Oh, does the Lord have a date tonight that he has to rush things a bit? Thank you, Marius Tudor, for the 20-month resub. Smiley face right back at you, mate. Thank you. Was there a scout? Yeah, Footy was scouting the movement of the Lich, and that prevents SyDe, for now, to go for the expansion, but pressure is on.
There's the first Nova on the AM right away, showing him who's boss. Both heroes are supposed to get chipped by Footies and ghouls and so on. This way the Lich can have the advantage with the healing item, because of course he brought the Ritual Dagger already, and the AM will have to wait quite some time before he can heal from the shop. And SyDe is being tested right away with the AM here under threat.
Claws will help in dealing damage to these ghouls. Acolyte as well. XlorD displayed a nice little block early on, and last hit must always be going to the Lich with the Nova, but oi, look at this. Archmage got it. Level 2 unlocked. Item on the ground is a Cloak of Shadows. Could be nice. The round.
Oh, Lich!
SyDe playing out.
He opened it up!
No!
No! SyDe, you had it! You had it, bro!
The nerves. Oh man, what a stressful situation. This could have been the early game for the Frenchman.
And that was so nicely done as well, as there was so much focus on the AM at that point, since he was getting attacked. XlorD wasn't paying attention to the footman, logically. And he had the surround, he could have gotten the kill, he could have gotten an easy expansion. Oh man, that is heartbreaking.
Yeah, and now he got the Ritual Dagger, got the Cloak, can hide while heal, and more ghouls are coming SyDe's way who didn't tech, who didn't expand. This could have been a big win for SyDe, but now he has to creep this, and XlorD is right here ready to rip his head off.
Not sure if he's going to do it necessarily though. Lich has 0 experience, he's not going to be level 2 for a long time. A lot of footies, lots of militia. SyDe might be able to creep this. XlorD still has to get something done, but he has the potential to do it with this high number of ghouls.
Stressful situation, also mentally tough to deal with. XlorD is waiting in the shadows, lurking, waiting for the Nova to be ready. SyDe playing around this quite nicely. but that Ogre Magi is also doing quite some damage. Ghouls are eating everything up. That's a triple kill waiting to happen. Oh, that's big XP.
Oh, dude, that cloak going on the other side would have been so good. Dude, the surround and the cloak both painfully backfiring. SyDe's expansion is enormously late. Good thing is, at least, he's got a ton of lumber.
Yeah, he
You
can.
get almost ridiculous amounts of lumber. What the
He
hell?
does. Didn't know that France is known for deforestation. Can call a lot of militia now to finish the spot. Chase XlorD away as the health is really low. But yeah, he has some catching up to do as XlorD is approaching tier 3 already.
The cool thing here for SyDe is he doesn't even need a shredder. Normally when you expand late and the under tier 3 is coming, you need tons of towers to hold against the destroyers. He can make tons of towers. He doesn't need a shredder. But he does need the expansion up soon, and he does need a lumber mill.
Staff on the Lich now. Ready to jump across the map. Potion of healing just to be safe. Oh. Wait, there's no Nova. Lich isn't the biggest
for
threat.
level 3, or is it 2? Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's doable. But still a delay, especially if the peasants are falling. Tech is running while the expansion is coming up.
Yeah, if SyDe gets up the towers, secures both bases, say with 4 or 5 towers in each base, and then gets up gyros on tier 2, this is not an impossible game.
Correct, and that is probably more than most people expected, but XlorD isn't done here yet. Tower at 50%, this will put a lock onto this Lich for now. No counter aggression by SyDe at all, as he constantly has to defend.
XlorD trying to find more and more damage with the poking just the Lich and the Skellies here. Doing a surprising amount of damage, and the AM seems to be a bit out of position here, just at times. Which wasn't really threatened too much. And the Arcane Tower is finally up. Seems like that Arcane should have been ready perhaps a bit earlier. But here we are. As XlorD's tier 3 is on the horizon, and Frenzy is not too far away at all, and we have almost no towers anywhere.
Not yet, at least. Resources are still there. Lich is not level 3. DK isn't leveled at all. I don't think we see a statue somewhere. So the push is not imminent. But still, scary situation for SyDe.
Fast level 2 for the Death Knight. Having the aura here is quite nice. SyDe goes for the lab, goes for the shredder. This is something we see all the time by Sock and stuff, but I feel like in this game it might be a mistake. The shredder really isn't needed for resources, thanks to all that lumber from earlier. But with the Zeppelin, he can certainly harass and try to bite.
It is annoying. More damage onto ghouls, always appreciated. This is also a little bit out of Thunder's playbook, who would then love to drop until the Undead base to slow down the push. But then again... Oh, is it happening? It is happening. XlorD has a choice to either respond to it or just go for the counter aggression, and he's somehow doing both.
Yeah, and the problem is there's 0 towers, dude. There's only an Arcane at the expansion, no guard towers. The ghouls can wreck this all by themselves. So I realize he has to TP on home, deal with the ghoul threat, and that is done well enough. But the ghoul is not the only thing that's, you know, troublesome.
Yeah, quite a bit. 1 tower in the base. We get a Dark Ranger for XlorD now, who built a lot of momentum. Wasn't deterred. SyDe only now with the Mountain King. No tier 3 queued. And if he does, the lumber is all gone. Zeppelin is a bit of a decoy, but this wall-off won't work for long.
Strongest weapon yet. The destroyers haven't even shown their faces yet. The upgrade is coming right now. 2 statues are ready. And it seems like SyDe has nothing against destroyers. At this point in the game, you're supposed to have workshops coming for the gyros, but they are nowhere to be seen. Blacksmith is up, but no workshop yet. The shredder is valiantly defending against the ghoul. It's working out kind of well so far. But as we can see, the footies have no chance anymore.
At least we got the first tower up. That helps a bit. But also Destroyer form, you mentioned it. Super hard to counter, especially for the tier 2 human. Statues regening all the time. Not ultra oppressive, as we've seen in the past, or for example from a Happy, but this is lined up to be the knockout punch.
Tower goes down. There is one upgrade of Masonry, which I like. Might be enough to hold, actually. With the guard tower still standing. Second guard tower being upgraded right now. But of course the Watermelon's not doing much. But one Destroyer falls. Clear mistake here by XlorD. Still the heroes and frenzy rules are quite scary.
Level 3 for the DK. He leveled up so quickly. Lots of mana as well. Shredder did a great job in defending for a long time. But now his life is over. Can't be repaired no more. XlorD still comfortably at 50 food. Pressure is up. And how long can you repair this side?
Damage flying in against it. Threatening the Lich with the Storm Bolts. Kill here would be huge, but the DK is level 3. There's plenty of coils.
Cool.
Statue helping out as well. And the Lich shall not die. Narrowly dodged in his surround early game. And actually will claim the 1-0.
But damn, if that early game goes a little better for SyDe, if he keeps that surround locked in, or maybe even gets the cloak, we have a whole different game. SyDe is not here just to be prey, he's fighting, and that was a respectable, even though unlucky, game 1.
Yeah, dude, sometimes it's sad how much can hinge on just one more click, you know? Like he was spamming the move to get the surround, and then he misclicked the move once, and the surround opened. If that hadn't happened, the game wasn't 100% won, but it would have been a phenomenal position indeed.
Well, there's a second chance on the latest map on Hammerfall, and that could bring us to a game 3. Both players ready. We are ready as well. I wonder, SyDe, he has never been the most stable player mentally. If things go wrong, that oftentimes started a downward spiral. Is that still the case? Or did he grow up just like Leon showed us that he did in the past series that we casted here? SyDe, show us and give us a game 3.
All right, Hammerfall is a new map that we haven't fully discovered and unveiled yet. I want to say it's almost uncharacteristic of XlorD not to veto the new maps, right? Because normally you always used to veto the new maps. We saw that in ESL Meisterschaft all the time, for example. But here it's left in the pool of favor of Twisted, which was vetoed by XlorD. And we'll see what we get here. We're expecting a human fast expansion, of course, but XlorD may once again look for the 1-base pressure.
Okay. Yeah, that would be the norm, I guess. Pretty solid map for human in general, I'd say. 2 choices to expand. The one on the left-hand side, easily creepable with the Rock Golem pull, which XlorD can maybe make a little more difficult by putting an Acolyte there, or Skeletons, or the Lich. Ooh, look at this. It's the
This is the second time I see this strat on this map. Also, there was a game between Sok and 1-0. 1-0 played this, and it was super epic, dude. It was so close, it was so back and forth, and just narrowly 1-0 was able to win it. That was the deciding game in the Xiaoqian Cup, I think, map 3, if I remember right. And as always, Neo, my memory is second to none, as you know.
Flawless. That's what you're known for. I, of course, watched all these games as well. I can only agree with you. And if great minds think alike, then it is what it is.
Yeah, it seems that the CryptLord can work on every map, but where you really want to play CryptLord is where the human has a weak counter to CryptLord. And there's 2 things coming into play. First, Merc Camp is really good against CryptLord. Secondly, fast level 3 Archmage is really good against CryptLord. And for that reason, Lost Temple is also really good for CryptLord, because the AM can't get Mercs and has a very tough time getting to 3. And it seems like so far, although we are in early days here on this map, it also seems to be a tough level 3 map for the Archmage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely doable, but you're not rushing it on like some other maps. It's also interesting that both players are going for the north and south position, and none of these guys going for the golems on the left. Maybe SyDe is now, though, with militia support. Calling creeps for the warden.
He wants to level a bit more, wants to creep up a bit more to get that level 3. But I'm not 100% familiar with this map yet, but I think the natural now is not enough for 3, but we'll have to see. He should get close at least. But XlorD has level 2 already, marching across the map, getting ready to harass with his own expansion coming.
Okay, different flavor here. Impale locked and loaded. Sentry wards nice as well. And he's not being fooled by this expansion in the north. Will he arrive in time? Looking very, very good thus far.
As the sealer for the Cryptlord would be huge if he gets the big one. Is he gonna invest the Impale? Yes, he is. And Cryptlord got it. Oh, that's huge.
Sick Impale, big mana investment of course, but so worth it as it will prevent level 3. And with that the Water Elementals, which is at the moment the hardest counter to ghouls, skeletons and beetles that you can get. SyDe's expansion plans ruined.
He's calling new militia from the main base. At some point this should be able to hold the wave of attack from the Undead, but already is a big delay now. Because across the map, the Haunted is coming up. 60% done already, getting saturated in the meantime. And SyDe has to do some quick thinking here.
He can't get level 3 on the way. Or maybe with the Skeleton, Acolyte, whatever. Maybe we can play it one base for the time being, but XlorD is not done here. Stopping an Expo isn't what he wants. SyDe plugs the holes, that is sweet. Can't take care of the tower. XlorD made it home. Can he prevent the Expo cancel?
Oh, blocking with the Acolytes, great job. Only the Water Elemental got through so far, but a few footmen making it as well. The Crypto's getting more kills, he's getting closer to level 3. SyDe does find the timing though. This should be enough. This should be enough.
Oh,
right?
And yes. It is. Ooh. With the late cancel, now both arrive on 3. Now both Expo plans are ruined. And who's this better for now?
SyDe has a lot of resources. He could take and expand almost at the same time. But XlorD starting the Haunted once more. Thing is, now we have level 2 beetles. And the Cryptlord has a good amount of mana. He can summon 3 sets. And still so many ghouls and skellies out everywhere on the map. And the peasants are still far from safe.
Weird game, dude. XlorD has good vision. SyDe is responding properly. But can he cancel that Haunted Gold Mine once again?
The Sentry in the north is so sick. XlorD knows exactly, perfectly, when the expansion is happening. And as long as it isn't, he knows he can defend with everything that he has against the human forces. This is such an immense help right now.
Yeah. The 2 Water Elementals have to do big damage. But can he even press forward? Wouldn't he just not stopped in the middle? Apparently not. Expo is coming up alongside a tower, but knowing XlorD, he has another troop to strike at the ready, and that is exactly the case in the north.
Hell yeah, a little ghoul run by squad here on the way. But SyDe is familiar with these tactics. He's done this in the past before, so he knows it's a possibility very much. And there's, you know, on this map, 2 very clear avenues towards the expansion. And if he covers both, he might be fine with his second base.
Beetles coming through the middle, ghouls coming through the right-hand side. Water Elementals and Footmen in position. Tower at 1/3. SyDe, can you hold? There might be another push coming, as I said, through the middle. Water Elementals have to do their heavy lifting, but one expires.
Still nice play though, to have the Water Elementals ready over there. But the tower, oh, gets cancelled just by ghouls. That seems like a pretty big mistake. With peasants repairing, that should have been able to be saved, but now no tower for a long time. And the Cryptlord relishes in this opportunity to be in the thick of things. He's got the boost, he's got good right click, and there's no mana burn.
That is not good for SyDe. Can he establish a little bit of mining? It's 2 base for the time being, but the Cryptlord still has mana. Every single corpse creates 2 new beetles. And that is, of course, way more pressure. A couple of peasants are falling. Skeletons are doing a good job. Archmage level 3.3. Good mana regen on his side as well with the newly summoned Water Element.
Seems like SyDe is finally stabilizing and is finally teching. And honestly, his tech isn't too far behind even.
Yeah,
this looks
good.
Surprisingly even still, I want to say.
And CryptLord is falling off a little bit in the late game. The CryptLord is no lich, I think it's fair to say. And of course,
expansion also getting cleaned up.
2.5.
At long last, an arcane tower shall come up soon. But it was certainly a bunch of peasants killed. Oh, and there's still more corpses. There's still more beetles. There's still more skeletons.
Is there another rod? It's on cooldown, 15 seconds. Ghouls are coming in again. Oh, high pressure on side. Where's the repair? He needs this arcane tower so bad, but it gets cancelled for the second time. Problematic situation here. Footmen are dropping. Ghouls threatened, but the water elemental can't reach anymore. There's so much stuff. Even the ghouls getting denied by a skeleton. Nice plays by XlorD. Level 4 on the Crippy, but no mana for an Impale. The right clicks are quite strong. Are they strong enough? Ooh, such a troublesome game. At least SyDe can build new peasants at all times. And the water elementals are here. The power wash against the infestation beetles. Did he weather the storm finally? My god, this is stressful. I think he finally did it. But how do you get this big beetle out of there? Not too sure about that. Archmage still super low, but he got that shop up. Can go for the regen. All looking fine. Tier 2 reached. XlorD on the way to tier 3. And SyDe is a little low on lumber due to all the repair. And whatnot. Okay, seems like I lost Remo. I'll restart our communication tool. You know the drill by now. Took me some time to realize. Can do this over and over. Burrow coming, Fiend coming, statues coming. And I'm not too sure this Arcane Tower will survive. Painful, painful. At least we got a Shredder and the Mountain King is coming. But there's no extra gold income anymore. I wonder, what can you do?
Oh, we are back. Yeah, it's a tough position, dude. XlorD in the meantime, macroing up no problem. Tier 3 soon finished. The Fiend upgrades are out of control, dude. We haven't even had a single fight with Fiends yet, and they're on their way to 2-1. SyDe finally got his tier 3 started, finally has the Shredder. But XlorD has an immense lead here.
11-minute Arcane Tower. That's a slight delay that you usually can't afford. But maybe there is a chance somehow in the ultra late game. But for that, SyDe needs time. Not too sure if XlorD's gonna allow that with 1,000 gold in the bank to be spent.
Friendly Destroyer, Lich, all will soon be joining. XlorD can explore into upkeep quickly if he wants. But he's actually getting an Acolyte kill. Alright, mission successful, boys.
Zeppelin helps surround, but he should be able to get himself out of there. 3 seconds till the staff, till the bolt. Okay, but some freedom for SyDe finally. Both are filthy rich and can go into 70 plus supply in a heartbeat.
Frenzy upgrading, that can oftentimes be the knockout blow with the CryptLord strategy. You have so many beetles and skellies and frenzy ghouls and fiends and destroyers and triple hero, and that all will wash against the shores of the expansion. SyDe will try to hold that, but with the few forces he has right now, it's looking rough.
No extra tower either. builds an Arcane Sanctum to get maybe some breakers out. Control magic could be good, but then XlorD will probably just stop summoning these beetles. The big attack is coming up. 60 food, solid levels. Try hero up in a bit as well. But the Lich will still take some time.
Lord out and about, again catching a couple of stumbles. Wait, it's almost level 5, dude. About to get it perhaps from this camp. With the DK3 already, XlorD is looking wonderful.
SyDe is buying time. Tier 3 is done, at least. Spend your gold, Will. Do it now. You need it. This SimCity looks a bit better, but the Fiends is marching forward. Can they reach? Doesn't look like it. A bit odd. And now SyDe needs knights.
And lots of them. He's got double racks at least. Pally on the way. The supply count is still the big problem. And the Fiends might be able to take on the Knights. The Fiends have really good upgrades already, man. 2-1. That is excellent. Still lots more gold for XlorD to spend. I'm very surprised that he stopped at 6 supply. Is he forgetting about the macro right now? XlorD could make way more army.
Yeah, not the first time, I think, that he missed a round of production, but does it really matter if you wipe out the entire second base of your opponent with just Fiends standing there next to the farms?
Perhaps not. Finally, production resumes. XlorD jumping up to 65. More upgrades for the Fiends as well. I love that. That makes it so that even if the first attack isn't too successful, if you end up with 2-2 Fiends or 3-2 Fiends, that's a powerful, powerful backline. With the 2 melee heroes holding the front. And we have yet to see the big juicy impales.
It is level 3 Impale, just waiting for the moment. Knights are coming in, priests as well, hammer falls. We got a Scroll of the Beast. That might be necessary. There's almost no anti-air here in the fight for SyDe, in the fight for survival. That Mountain King also diving deep. Has to use the Invo Potion really, really quickly. Trying to go for a hero focus. Doesn't work.
XlorD's army here at the moment clearly stronger. Still has way more supply, more beetles coming. Mining is entirely stopped at the expansion. SyDe can't really catch up in supply. He's got a few more knights coming. He's gonna get up to 6, maybe? That don't look like it's enough. Especially once we get destroyers.
Exactly. Oh, Pally nuked! And that's the healer gone. XlorD will probably realize that there is no gyros coming. And then it will be destroyers. Does he even need it? No! GG! Well played! Good luck! Next! SyDe mannered as always. Not strong enough here today to face the Lord. As XlorD's going into the lower bracket semifinal versus either Kevin or Hippo.
Yeah, XlorD was the favorite coming into this. Map 1 was really close, dude. We think back to that surround. If that had worked, could have been a different story. But of course, facing XlorD is always tough. One of the most successful European players of the last few years, and I suppose of all time. He makes it through to the next round, and we will determine his opponent next.